Right, we've been running the channel for 18 months now. We tour the country looking at all charging locations, and most of them make sense. They're in a good place, they got good chargers, and they're useful to people. I've come for the first time in 18 months to a charging location. I have no idea whatsoever what this is all about, who would use it, why anyone would stop here, why it's even here in the first place. Let's have a look at it. I'm Dave, welcome to Dave Takes It On. Well, this location just absolutely full of anomalies, and regular viewers or anyone who knows a little bit about EVs will already spot some of those. Let's see how many you can spot before I reveal them all to you. But we're actually on the M6. This is M6 north and south, north that way. And this is at a place called Kirkby Longston, and we're just outside Lancaster. This is the Lancaster Park and Ride, and it's got me totally baffled. So you've had a bit of time. Let's have a look at some of the anomalies. First one, BP Polar. What is BP Polar? It hasn't been in existence for probably 10 years. These are really old chargers. Been around forever. We came across one down at Walton Summit at the Holiday Inn. You very rarely see these. These are really old chargers. Now, when I look at the screen, it says BP Pulse. So they've done a software update, but I'm guessing that that was done over the air because probably no one's come out here and looked at this for an awful long time. Now, I'm going to give BP their due. I have to give them their due where they do something right. There are 6 of these chargers here. These are rapid chargers, and there are 6 fast chargers, and all of them are lit up and working. So, yeah, some brownie points there for BP just for having everything working. But it baffles me what's going to happen here. Right, the first thing is you don't see many of these anymore. This is a triple. We've got a Type 2 charger here. And again, brownie points for BP. I'm sounding like a BP fan here, but brownie points, these are 43 kilowatts. And if you've got a Renault Zoe, these make an awful lot of sense. So for Renault Zoes, I can possibly understand why you might want to come here. They've also got CHAdeMO, Nissan Leafs, and they've also got CCS2. So they've got everything here. So whatever car you have, if it's an EV, you can charge it here. And 43 kilowatts for a fast, if your car can take it. Mine, I've got a Tesla Model S. I can only use 11 kilowatts, so that's no use to me. That one, 50 kilowatts. Who uses 50 kilowatts anymore? Who? Every single car on the road today has to be, or certainly new one, has to be well in excess of that. Most cars now, 100, 150, mine's 150. Newer models like the Hyundai Ioniq and the EV6, EV5, they're up in the 250, 300 range. So these are hopelessly out of date. So we've got an anomaly here. Looking at the state of it, got a light showing it's all active, that's good. Contactless look like it's been contacted by so many cards over the years. It's pretty much worn out. You can't see what's happening. You just have to put your card there and hope when it beeps that it's accepted your card. Not good. There should be some signage here if you look at one of the other chargers, emergency use only. If you don't have that on this one, someone might say, oh, just press that when my charging session has ended. Not sure what harm that would do, but there should be some signage there. But the reason why I think this is an anomalous site is we've got a sign here. It says electric vehicle recharging point only, 1 hour, no return, within 2 hours. Okay, now we see these quite often. McDonald's have these, maximum stay 90 minutes. That's absolutely fine, nothing unusual there. But we're in a park and ride. Now, park and ride, the principle of these, they're totally free. You can park here all day, no restriction at all, and there's a bus that will take you into Lancaster. It's 10, 20 minutes down the road. The bus, very reasonable, £1.70. So you can park here free all day, £1.70, get you in and out of Lancaster, that's fine. But you can't charge here, because if you plug into here, it's going to be the best part of half an hour, 40 minutes. By the time you get into Lancaster, you couldn't even get back in time to unplug it, and you can't return within 2 hours. So if you're using this as a park and ride, these are useless. Nobody in their right mind is going to plug in here and then risk getting a fine because you leave it while you're shopping in Lancaster or at a restaurant or at a theatre, cinema, whatever it is you're doing. So great thought, but yeah, it doesn't work. So why doesn't someone use it for rapid charging when you're on a road trip? This is the M6 just behind us. To the north, it's Scotland. To the south, we got down past Manchester to the Midlands. So actually quite a good location. It's really handy just off the motorway, in between the motorway and the slip road. It's a lovely location. And the bus, I'm guessing no more than 20 minutes into the middle of Lancaster. So it's got a lot going for it. But if you are on a road trip and you're using the M6, would you pull off a motorway to charge here? It's 50 kilowatts maximum. Now, 6 miles that way is a grid serve, and they have 12 350 kilowatt chargers there, 12 of them. And these 50 kilowatts are 79 pence per kilowatt hour. The grid serve 350 kilowatts of 79 pence, minus 5% at the moment if you use the app, so just a little bit cheaper. But here, you've got nothing other than parking. There's no services, there's no toilets, there's no shop, there's no coffee, there's nothing here whatsoever. Absolutely nothing. And yet you've got a 50 kilowatt charger. So a lot of cars, if you've got a 50 kilowatt hour battery and you're pretty low, these are going to take the best part of an hour to charge your car. What do you do? What if you need the toilet? Now, the grid serve just down the road, this is Lancaster Services, Moto Services, 350 kilowatt. You've got Burger King, Costa, Marks and Spencer's, Cornish pasties, toilets, everything down there are full services. So this is one that you would bypass on the way down to the services. So why are they here? So you can't use them if you're parking and riding. You have no interest in using them if you are on a road trip. So these, pretty much useless. I can't see any reason why anyone would actually come here whatsoever. So what else have we got? Well, we've got some of the fast chargers. So we've got 6 of these. They call them rapid, but 50 kilowatts, yeah. Now, we've got 6 of the fast chargers. Now again, credit to BP because these are 43 kilowatts. So these are quite hefty units. So these are rather good. But you've got 2 car parks here. Haven't counted the spaces, I'm not going to, but the several hundred cars can actually park here at any one time. Maybe 200, 300, 400. I haven't actually worked it out. And so these have a use now. You don't get the 1 hour restriction here. These are fast chargers. So my car plugged in here will charge at 11 kilowatts. And on my car, I've plugged into these before, on my car, that equates to round about 30 miles per hour plugged in. So if I go into town, have a lunch, a couple of hours, come back 4 hours, I can get 100, 110, 120 miles of range added. So these make a lot of sense. However, we've got 6 of them for about 300, 400, 500 cars. And one of them is already showing up red. I did praise them before. Yep, this one's gone dead while I've been here. Okay, this is getting worse by the minute. So what you have here then is six chargers. In fact, that one's just gone red. I think they're falling apart as we look at them. Anyway, let's leave that aside for the moment. So you've got 6 chargers here for maybe 400 or 500 cars. Let's just put it into context. There's about 5% of the cars in the UK now are EVs. On the road, this is heading towards 5. And that means out of 100 cars, there's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, which will be EVs. And it means out of 400 or 500, there's probably several of those that will need to charge. Here you've got 6 chargers. So once these are plugged in, if someone plugs in, they're entitled to just plug in, leave it there and go off into town. You can't come and unplug it when your car's finished. Your car will just switch off and your car will be left here, plugged in but not charging, blocking these for anyone else. So why 6? Need an awful lot more than that. These are I would say if you take those 50 kilowatts out, 50 kilowatts, 6 chargers, you could put an awful lot of these in for exactly the same power. So you don't need to change your power for the site. However, the big no-no on this, these are 59 pence per kilowatt hour. 59 pence. Whoa. Now, let's put that into context. Just down the road is the Lancaster services on the M6, and they've got grid serve there, and there's 79p minus 5% for 350 kilowatts. These are 43, but most cars will only ever be able to take 11 at the very most. But 59 pence. Going on 8 or 10 miles beyond Lancaster, there's a Tesla supercharger open to all, and it's a 250 kilowatt charge. It's the V4s, Walton Summit, and they are currently 42p. 42p. Non-member, they're contactless, just go up, swipe your card, exactly the same as these, swipe your card. You don't need a member, you don't need an app, anything. You can just drive into the Tesla one, contactless card, plug in, 250 kilowatt charger, ultra rapid, gonna have a cup of coffee, toilet break in the hotel, and then off you go. So these, I can imagine at busy times, these just get filled up in the morning, and people park, use it as a parking space, and then they go off on the bus, as is their right. We're not criticising the people doing it, but if you plug your car in here, that's it gone for the day, or as long as you're going to take in Lancaster. And if you decide to go shopping in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, a bit more shopping, and then theatre at night, these are going to be out of action, and 6 of them for 400 or 500 cars just is not there. So going back to the beginning of the video, why is this here? And there's really only 2 options. One of them is BP's been told to put something here. They don't care what they put here. Doesn't worry them if someone's ordered them or paid them or whatever to put them here. That's one reason. The other reason is it's just ticking boxes. They're not trying to compete. They're not offering anything here that would attract people here, that would enhance the EV charging experience for those who have already decided to drive EVs. These are, well, not going to be used. We've been here a little while now. We've got unlimited free parking, of course, but nobody's used them apart from a couple of council vans came in and one of them took a charge. So I have to say that to me, this is looking a little bit more like greenwashing. They're here because someone's told them or paid them to be here. And that's not what we EV drivers want. We want proper locations with facilities, certainly toilets and coffee is the absolute minimum. And we need a choice and we need faster chargers. So for now, I'm heading off. Winter sunshine, it's lovely today. I got my cardigan on. It is pretty chilly out, but what a gorgeous day for filming. So we're on our way south. We're going to head south down the M6, a few more stops on the way. But thanks very much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, please click the like button. It does help us. And if you'd like to see more, please click the subscribe and we can notify you if you click the notification bell every time we launch a video. So thanks very much. I'm Dave.